Hello. In the last video, we talked about what is DevOps and some of the primary practice areas. Today we will talk about building a well-defined architecture in Azure. What all would it take to build a well-framed architecture that is sound and effective so the organization and customers can grow? Before that, welcome to Try CloudWorks, engineers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like it. Well, building an application architecture is a series of steps one may take until implementation. For each step, there are key decisions and a better understanding of what the implementation is going to look like may be found. The key steps are architecture style, technology choices, application architecture, established patterns, best practices, and well-architected framework. There are different architecture styles available to select based on the use case or nature of the application. For example, it can be an tier web application, or event-driven application, or microservices-based application, or big data or big compute application. There are numerous distinct architecture styles for each of these use case scenarios. Knowing the architecture style at a high level lists down the technology areas that will be required to build the solution. For example, does it require data store or databases? Does it require compute or messaging features and things like that? Within each of these areas there are lots of options and choices can be narrowed as much as they are known. Once you got the architecture style and technology choices, there are lots of technology choices available, and as they continuously evolve, they can help to design, build, and continuously improve the architecture. Choosing a right technology and getting more specific selection out of many technology choices in that area will help to create a finer architecture artifact. For example, choosing a compute service. Can it be a VM, or a function, or containers? A right choice will be required for building an architect solution. Next step is to get into specifics of the application design. It is always good to refer to any existing reference architectures. Most of the times, reference architectures include recommended practices, along with considerations for scalability, performance, availability, resilience, and other aspects of the design. So far so good. Next comes applying some good design principles and verify if there are any gaps on those. It is recommended to follow these design principles. Design for self-healing, make all things redundant, dieting to scale out, partition around limits, design for operations, minimize coordination, use managed services, use the best data store, build the needs of business, design for evolution. There are well-established patterns and best practices that can be used as additional guidance for building well-architected solutions in Azure Cloud. The design patterns could be pertaining to cloud or pertaining to software development. Some are pertaining security patterns or pertaining to operational excellence. Irrespective to what area they are, it is good to use well-established patterns to solve the problem or approach. There could be challenges in cloud development with regard to availability, data management, messaging, management and monitoring, performance and scalability, resiliency, and security. There are patterns that address and solve for any problem in that category. Some of the patterns are listed as shown. For messaging patterns, asynchronous requests, claim check, competing consumers, publisher, subscriber, sequential convoy, and scheduler agent supervisor. For management and monitoring patterns, anti-corruption layer, ambassador, external configuration store, gateway aggregation, gateway routing, health endpoint monitoring, sidecar, strangler. For performance and scalability patterns, cache-side, choreography, CQRS, deployment stamps, event sourcing, geodes, index table, materialized view, priority queue, queue-based load leveling, sharding, static content hosting, throttling. For resiliency patterns, bulkhead, circuit breaker, compensating transaction, leader election, retry, scheduler agent supervisor. For security patterns, valet key, gatekeeper. There are 5 key areas of importance one can look at for building a well-architected solution. They are cost optimization, reliability, operational excellence, performance efficiency, security. We will go over each of these, as Azure calls it as 5 pillars, in another video, and get a fair understanding of architecture in Azure. Well, that's it for now, and I hope we have covered enough to get started on building architecture in Azure to ensure reliability, scalability, and efficiency in the cloud. In the next video, we can take a look at the 5 pillars of well-architected framework in Azure. So shall we see you in next video on well-architected framework in Azure. Until then, ciao, and have a good day. Thank you.